Hello, we are live. You want to just pull that one forward? Yeah. Jonathan made it just in the nick of time. In case anyone is wondering, he literally just walked in this room and he's known about this all day. And so he's a little last minute, okay? This is my husband. If you haven't met him before, his name is Jonathan. And he used to be a regular attender on these live videos, but he's gotten too busy. And so he hasn't attended in a while, but he's here now.
Hello.
This is very bouncy. It's very
Okay,
springy.
and I'm very big. And
all right, we have a lot to talk about today, and specifically, we are really excited to be sharing some really big news. So what do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the big news or like some other news, you know?
Well, I mean, what do you want me to talk about? We already know about the new printing press that we've installed. Ken has installed, and we're learning. It's just such an exciting, I know maybe sometimes it's not exciting for some people, but it is exciting for me, the practical, mechanical toys, machines. It's a manly thing, but it's just, I love our new machines. It gets me excited to print curriculum, to print booklets and paper and new machines. I just love this type of stuff. So we are learning new things, learning new ways of fixing things, and new machines mean new problems. And so learning how to clean it and learning how, but we're excited because it takes like one third of the time to produce some of our products. And so it's exciting, but it's a lot of responsibility because this big, huge machine is a monster. So I think it's, once we get going on the site and our building and renovations and stuff like that, I think it would be lovely to have people visit us and see where your curriculum is produced and do tours. And you're looking at me like...
Read the comments, dear. People are eager for what we are here for.
in machines and stuff like that. Now, come on, get to it.
Yes, well, we are really excited and hopeful that we will eventually be able to have a retail location, coffee shop, where you guys will be able to come and get your books. And so kind of on that note, there's been a lot of things that have been happening in the world. There's been a lot of negativity. There's been a lot of, I feel like, things that have been happening that we never really expected we would be in this place. And so it's caused a lot of us to ask questions, to consider, to pray, to really think about what the Lord is asking us to do. And so being in this frame of mind, we've been prayerfully considering what things look like for the future of Gather Round. And this idea just came. And I really believe that it is, I believe that it's timely. I think it's for such a time as this to pour into the next generation, your kids, our kids, and invest. We want to invest in the future generations. And so this is something that actually has been asked and something I said I would not do, but we are incredibly excited to announce that we are dropping in about 2 weeks a limited time offer that we are calling the Legacy Pass. Dun, dun, dun. So the Legacy Pass is, think of it as the lifer of lifers. For those of you who know what lifer is, it is going to be essentially access to our entire digital library of every unit we have ever created, of every add-on in digital that we have ever created, and of every digital product Gather Round will create for the lifetime of our company. So this is essentially an all-access pass to our digital library, is really what it is. And so we are really excited about it. I think it is massively valuable. We are offering it in both Canada and the United States. And so we're hoping that it will be a blessing to our Canadians. I will say, though, there's a third little aspect about this pass that at this point we're not We're looking into our options, but we're not offering in Canada. So prepare yourselves, you guys, okay? So the third aspect of this is that we have decided, and again, we're trying to make it the best of all worlds and as accessible to as many people as possible. And so there's a lot of people that the digital is nice and they get access to it, but it's costly to print and it's time to print. And so we basically have created a Let Us Print for You, where you can lock in the United States a 25% discount for life, which means that for the lifetime of our company, if you wanted us to print one of your digital resources at even a better deal than the back to school sale, we would be able to print them for you. And so it is a huge benefit. And that, again, at this point is only available, that print aspect is only available in the US, but we are actually looking into options. So there may be some exciting announcements on the Canadian side.
Yeah, literally, I think we're in talks with some carriers to solve some of the logistical issues of shipping to Canada. There's more than just, there are some issues that we are working out. And so Canada, stay tuned. We are, it's just a work in progress. Literally right now, Rebecca's in meetings with couriers, and we're hopeful that we can resolve some of the just logistical issues, just shipping and So
I'm going to pop a QR code on the screen. This is a new feature, and it's not something I can do on the app, but on the app, is somebody able to type in the URL for the legacy page? It's Gather Round Homeschool /pages/legacy. And we are calling it the Legacy Pass because, again, we want to invest in the next generation, and we believe in leaving behind a legacy of what we feel like is the kingdom work of what the Lord has called us to do. And so you can go to that landing page and learn more. If you scroll down on that landing page, you will see exactly what is included. So there are some fine print, there's some details. For example, it does not include Fully Surrendered. That is a separate publishing company. This is only on things that are published by Gather Round Homeschool. So that means it's not going to include novels we've purchased, from third-party publishers. It's not going to include merchandise. This is for things that are digital, available digital, and that have been published by Gather Round. You're going to be able to see the full cost breakdown of this. And in the United States, the value of this is over, I think it's over $11,000. And in Canada, it's over $14,000. And we have decided to offer the Legacy Pass for $1,500. And so we really are believing the Lord is asking us to be as generous as possible, again, to get this in the hands of as many people as possible. And for those of you that have used Gather Round and know us, this also, again, gets you access to everything that we are going to create for the life of this company. We're already talking about doing a Winter Olympics, eventually doing a Summer Olympics. One of the things you'll see on there is we've already decided on a new unit for next year, and it is listed on there of something coming in the next year and a half. And that is called Home Medicine, where we're going to be talking about various normal things that you might, come across, like headaches or flus or colds. And here is the traditional medication that can be used, pros and cons of it. And here is home remedies that can be used. And so we're really excited about where God is going to continue to take this. And this is essentially us investing in you and you guys really investing in us, and us partnering together for the next generation. Another thing, and again, this is on the US side, but we haven't made Modular Math available digital. That is a print-only product. And as some of you may know, today we just dropped for the first time Number Sense, which is the first unit in our brand new Modular Math series. It's available in print. But for people who purchase the Legacy Pass, this is your one chance to get it in digital. So you will get the entire Modular Math series as it's released, all of the skill builders, all of the seat work. For some of you, you're like, I already have some Lifer, or I already have some years. You're still going to be getting a whole lot of things you don't have right now, not to mention all the things in the next 2 years that we have committed to producing. So it is high value, and we are really excited about the potential of this product. So go check it out. Take a look at the page and see what you guys think. This includes the 50 state series. This includes, all of the things that we have announced we're doing. Yes, it includes seat workbooks. Let's see what else. Letters and numbers. It includes the entire letters and numbers. It includes the entire ready to read. It includes any of the digital resources for that. So we've got coloring books. It includes all of the MP3s that we have made, all of the MP3s that we will make. Some of the things it does not include, it does not include the Village, which is our online community. That's a separate thing that we do. It's not something we publish. It also doesn't include the online academy. So that is, again, it doesn't work for like subscription-based models. So it's not something that is accessible over there either. It includes all of math, yes. Again, as it's released. So remember, when we're talking about future things, you're not going to get access to everything today. It's not all done, but you are getting access to the things that we've already committed and are working on for the next year and a half and beyond that. So you're basically getting access to our digital library. This is going to be released October 14th. It's only available for 48 hours. So this is a limited duration, and it is also limited quantities. We haven't set a specific number on it, but we're prayerfully considering what that cap could be, what we feel like we can sustain, what we feel like is fair. And so we will kind of post on the product, only a few left if we're getting close to that number. But we are going to be doing just a few of them. And if you go onto the site, you're able to hit notify me. And even though the product isn't released until the 14th at 8 a.m. Eastern, you would be able to get a text message immediately as soon as it is released. Click on it and it would take you right there. So you kind of subscribe to get an update so that you don't miss when that does go live. So if you are interested, again, you're not committing to anything, but I would highly recommend going to the landing page, clicking on, go into like that, claim my access, and then hit on the top there, notify me. Do you have you've been reading some of the comments, anything you wanted to add?
I mean, a lot of people asking, why is this a timing, and, the timing of this. Rebecca and I we always pray pray together and carefully consider what the Holy Spirit wants to do with his company. And we just don't want to always just do business as usual things. We believe that there's an urgency and there's some projects that we believe that we want to forward, again, for his kingdom and his purposes. And so this is, and we want to, I would say, just have people join with us. Again, this, as Rebecca said, this is a limited. We're not going to obviously. This is an important time, and I think this is There's some projects that we've already kind of mentioned that we wanted a place for people to come, a welcoming place, so there are some purposes that we can later on explain what we think that God wants us to start building and renovating, and things like that. And this is a great opportunity. We just realized, how good God has been, and we have so much products out there that's been made, and this is sort of an opportunity for now. You can just, if you have this pass, you can peruse and see what fits for you, and then if you want us to print it for you, and then we can marry that. Sometimes people, they have, because we realize this happens with some people have digital for different things, teachers guides, and then the student books, and then they buy either or. But
some questions about the discount. So again, at this point, the discount on print is something that we are offering on the US side. Again, on the Canadian side, your valuation is a little bit different. There's a lot more in the product with the dollar exchange and everything else. So I think that that's going to be very comparable, but we are looking into options. But when we're talking about the 25% off, that is something that, yes, it's off of retail. So it is something that basically when we do our back to school sale, we usually do it at 20%. So we are wanting to do it in a way that for those of you that you're going to go pay someone to print it, or you want it imprinted, or maybe you want some of your resources printed, it gives you the option of getting print from us at an even cheaper discount than you're ever going to get with a back to school sale. Essentially, you're locking in an even larger discount than the back to school sale for life. So for the life of our company, that's what life means, you would have access to be able to get anything in print at, again, that 25%, or you would already be getting things in digital. And remember, there's going to be some things, there always are, some things like flashcards that we may just make a print only resource, or some of our planners that may be print only. And so that's something that you would be able to use on that print only resource and still get it, even though it's not something that's available in your digital library. So we're hoping that this is, like I said, a blessing. I am seeing some questions from people asking if there's going to be discounts if you've already purchased some of our digital things. No, there is not. It's just impossible for us to try to, calculate that for all the different people and all the digital things that they've purchased. Again, we're talking about such an astronomical discount on our digital that we are hoping that even if you owned every single product that we have ever released to date, that there's still so much more value in what you're going to get in the next 2 years, not to mention for the life of our company, that it makes it well worth your time and well worth your investment. Yes, we are only making it available for 48 hours. And I do realize that this is not a lot of time. This isn't something we've sat on for a long time.
No.
We prayerfully considered it and decided to drop it as quickly as possible so you guys would have as much advance warning as possible. And I do know that it's not necessarily going to be available or accessible for everybody, but we've done our best to make it as accessible as we can. And so we are excited, like I said, about what the Lord's going to do.
Yeah. So you've created a code for them to look at the details, and so there's a lot more to say in terms of the why. I mean, we are excited, but this is a very purposeful, I think, strategic, I would say, thing for what God wants to do. And we have a certain number and sort of an expectation. So we're not totally opening this up. There are limited. People are asking, what's the limitations? I think we're settled on. We'll just keep that.
We're still prayerfully considering that, to be honest. And so we're going to be watching and just kind of taking things as they go, depending on your guys' initial interest too. We don't want to be, locking anyone out, but we also want to make sure that what we're doing is sustainable, even with hosting files and downloads and bandwidth and all of those things. So there's just things to be considered. Yes, for those of you who are just joining on, math is included. Actually, one of the biggest value items is SeatWork, which a lot of people don't own everything. And even if you are getting the bundles, you might be getting those bundles in manuscript or be getting them in cursive, and you get access to both. So it's double the value there. And then the Skill Builders is one of the, I would say, top value items that you would be getting access to, because those are high value and you get access to use those no matter what math curriculum you're using to find a little area your child needs some improvement or extra practice and to work on that. So that in and of itself is more than the value of the.
So it's big news because we've the math program that's been developed over, I would say, how long have we been? It's got to be over a year, I think.
Sorry?
The math program. It's been in development for a year.
Yes, it's been in development for a year, for over a year.
Silence is deafening.
I'm sorry.
And we are launching that when
we just launched
we just
today.
Launched it today. So
the first unit.
So this is sort of a kind of a mic drop.
All right, so here's the cliff notes. Those of you who are joining on, we are releasing the Legacy Pass. It is going to be coming October 14th to 15th, 48 hours only. It is basically all access to everything that we have in our digital library and all access to everything that we will make in the life of our company that is available in digital. It gives you access to math. It gives you access to Skill Builders, SeatWork, mini units, full units, everything we've made, everything we will make. It is over in the US, over $11,000 value, and we are doing it for $1,500. So we are massively discounting it. Additionally, you will get a 25% discount on print for the life of our company. So you basically get to lock in the back to school special plus that you can use at any point in time. So that is the cliff notes if you guys are just joining on. And yes, we are really just looking to see what the Lord wants to do with it, but we want to be obedient, and we really do feel like this is something that's from him. And so we're stepping out in faith, doing something a little bit radical, and yes, believing that we are investing in the next generation. So we don't have a payment plan at this point. It is something that is going to be just for purchase. And that's partly because you're going to be getting access to all those digital things right away.
Yeah.
And so with the value of all the digital things that you're going to be getting right away, we need to make sure that, that's all happening at the same time, because we're not staging it out. So no payment plans. I know that's not a lot of time to prepare, but that's one of the reasons we wanted to announce this as soon as possible. Even with modular math, dropping today, we're making Number Senses live, the first of 13 units in our new modular math curriculum that's designed for kindergarten through grade 9. And we wanted to make sure you guys knew, so that if you did decide you're going to do this, you may want to wait to get your math, or maybe you already purchased and you'll get your first one in print, and then you'll get access thereafter. All the levels, so you can mix and match and do it however you want, which is pretty incredible. All right, so that is the first one. I am going to put a couple other QR codes up on the screen for those of you. They just put one new one up there right now. It doesn't look very different. It's just a QR code. But if we could also post over on the app, this is our math unit, our first one, Number Sense, that we're talking about right now. If you haven't heard, we have developed a math curriculum that is designed to be essentially modular, precept on precept, where you can take a concept and you can build on it in a way that suits your child with what they need. And so we've divided each topic, 13 different units. So number sense, or addition or subtraction, multiplication, division, money, measurement, all of the different topics in math from K through grade 9. And then we've separated each of those into 7 different steps, they're called. So foundations all the way up to step 6. And these steps allow you to really custom tailor and choose based on the topic where your student is at. You can use it as remedial. You can use it as mastery. It has a spiral approach built into it. You can do one step from each of the different units to build a full, really spiral math curriculum. So it's completely adaptable to you. And we are really excited about this new math program. And you can check out a full 1-week sample on our site, and it is available, the first one now, to purchase. Each step takes about a month to complete based on a 4-day school week. So go check it out. And then lastly, just in case you guys didn't know, let's make sure you are all aware that the Online Academy, I've just put that QR code up on the screen, and we can maybe post the link over in the app. The Online Academy has been incredible. We just had an astronaut join us for our astronomy unit, and as a special guest, and share a little bit of what life was like in space and answer some of the kids' questions. And it's just been, even for our family, it has been, my kids are doing their school, guys, every day. Like, they're completing, it's not just that they're doing their school, because we've done hybrid kind of co-op style in the past. They're completing all of their student pages. And part of the reason is that there's motivation and inspiration when they're doing it alongside 700 other students. And so we've just seen the Lord, I believe, his favor is on this Online Academy. It's the best of both worlds, where you're getting that motivation, inspiration, collaborative feel, but you're still homeschooling your kids because you're doing it from home. You're all together. And then afterwards, you're still doing the student pages with them. So no driving out to co-ops, dropping your kids off a bunch of different places, and you don't feel like you're abdicating your role as a homeschool parent. So the Academy has been, I think, really special. And we are starting with Vikings October 20th. And so if you're interested in joining, we highly recommend you guys check it out. Do you have other questions you're seeing?
I dropped in the astronaut segment there. That was pretty cool. He was, what was his name again? It was
astronaut Clayton Anderson.
Clayton, that's right. He was when he was described the when he first saw the Earth and then the moon rising behind the Earth, he said I was just like, I can only imagine. And it was really quite cool. His eyes gets really big, like, whoa, when we first saw the Earth, like, whoa. Anyway, that was one of the cool things that I guess the Academy does, is have some special guests.
Yes. Yeah, so I did see, going back to some of your guys' comments and questions, I'm seeing that we're getting some responses in the comments. So feel free to ask your questions here, but somebody had said that it's saying out of stock on the site. The main reason for that is we are trying to use this Notify Me. We want to make sure that you guys are notified as soon as it is live, so that no one who wants to get it is missing out on it. So the way that this Notify Me app works is it's based on if it's in stock or out of stock. Notify me when it's back in stock. So So you can kind of ignore that it's out of stock. We haven't started selling it yet. It is going to start selling October 14th at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So if you go ahead and hit that notify me button, then you're going to get a text message if you put your cell phone in, or you are going to get an email, and it's going to notify you as soon as we make that product live, so you can be one of the first people to get it. So it's just a way of making sure that you don't miss out, that you don't forget. And so yeah, we felt like that was worth a little investment just for everybody's peace of mind, you know. It should be available. If you aren't seeing it, can you let us know what site you're looking at, if you're on the US or Canadian site? And can you also well, let me tell you this first, if you're looking for it. So when you go to that site, that's the legacy page, so /pages/legacy, I will put this in our menu as well. You're going to want to click on that. Click on one of the buttons that takes you into Claim My Life Pass or Claim My Legacy Pass, or, you know, let's build a legacy together. Click on one of those call to action buttons. That's going to take you to the product. And on that actual product, that is where you are going to want to hit the notify me button. So make sure you're there first. And then if you are there, let us know if you're not seeing it. All right, so got it. Perfect, Abby. Is it open to Canadians on the same date? Yes, same date, same time. So it's going to be open 8 a.m. Eastern in Canada. If you are in Canada, you'll notice that it is $2,000, and then the valuation is over $14,000 of what you're going to get access to just in the next couple of years. So there is a lot. And we've also kind of shown what you're going to get now, the value currently. So for those of you that might own a lot of the things now, you're going to be able to kind of distinguish, this is the value of everything that is currently available, and this is the value of all the things that are going to be available in the future, to help really discern if it's going to be a good move for you. But I will just say this, you guys, our company is not slowing down anytime soon. Do you guys remember when we finished with year 4 and everyone's like, well, now what? What are you going to do now? Are you going to keep producing units? We have we've ramped up, if anything. We are releasing more now than we ever did in the past. And we've promised to release a lot. And even with that, we are continuing to hire, we're continuing to invest. And this is one of the ways we can do that. Continue to hire, continue to invest, continue to grow, so that we can do even more. So the value that you're seeing doesn't even account for the next 4 years, 5 years, 6 years of our company and all of the amazing things that we're going to be able to release. So I do think that this is going to be a steal, and I am excited to see what kind of opportunities it presents, even in our ability to grow and hire. So yeah. Okay. Other questions, you guys? It is for US and Canada at this point, yes, and or anyone who purchases on the US or Canadian site. So for example, if you were international and you have been purchasing on our US site and you have an account there, you would be able to get access to the Legacy Pass. You would have to deal with, of course, your exchange rate, and you're not going to be able to utilize that 25% coupon, because that's going to be something that's available for the United States, but you're still going to be able to get access to that. So if you can get access to our site, you can get access to this deal. Does it include all seat work? Yes, it does. It includes all seat work in cursive and in digital in all levels, all math in all levels, and all skill builders in all levels. It does not, Casey, include the Online Academy subscription. So this is specifically related to the digital library of books and resources that are published by the company Gather Round Homeschool. So if you guys weren't aware, we do have other companies. We have Fully Surrendered, which is where some of our Bible studies and our spiral Bibles and different things like that are coming from. And then we have the Online Academy, which isn't a book or curriculum that has been released. It is a separate subscription that is more focused on a service of us teaching. And so it's not applicable to some of those other things, or merchandise or novels that go along with our novel studies. It is specific to books and resources that have been published by the company Gather Round Homeschool. Yes, Serenity, this includes any new unit that comes in the future. Flashcards and posters, only the ones that are available in digital. So for example, I think we have maybe our human body or our botany posters available digital. Those would be, and astronomy flashcards, I think, are available digital, but not everything. If it's not available digital, it won't be available. But in the US, you could use your discount code for those things. Do we plan on more novel studies? We do. We have 2 more that are coming up in the next year. We have science fiction that is in progress and is going to be released in the next however many months. And we have Number the Stars, which is going to go along with our kind of World War I, II series that we're doing for Online Academy. So that's going to be coming fairly soon. So we've got 2 new novel studies that are currently on the docket, and we hope a lot more of them available as well. Terry, that would be a question, maybe email that in, because I would have to take a look and just talk with our CS team and see what that might look like. But send us an email. And again, we do have some time to figure out some of the details. Yes, Sarah, MP3s are included with this, all the ones we have.
That's a very interesting one. We have, we'll be creating more MP3s as well in the future. So this is limited, so keep that in mind. We haven't said, we're still praying about the limitations, but it is limited time and the numbers are limited.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, that comes down to, us being able to figure out what is sustainable, to kind of manage and oversee bandwidth, all of those types of things as well. So it will be a limited time offer and a limited amount offer. And so that's where you want to go and hit that notify me button, do your research, talk about it, pray about it. I don't want anyone to feel pressured. And I know with any sort of a sale, there's always that pressure, that get it now, or that you're going to miss out. And while I can't promise you, honestly, I don't know if we would be able to do this again in the future. But I also know that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. And so for those of you that maybe this is just out of reach, or maybe your spouse isn't on board, or maybe, you just feel that like panic or that pressure, don't follow the panic and pressure. I just encourage you guys, like, we do believe that this is high value for you. And we want to invest in, again, the next generation, but follow peace. I will just say that. Just follow what is peaceful for your family, and there's no panic.
Just looking through the comments here.
So Abby, for print, yes. So you would basically, you would get access to all the digital with that. So if you were deciding that you wanted to do print, then you would also be able to use that discount.
If you can look at it, like if you want just to print, to lock in a 25% discount for your family. Yeah.
Not to mention, I mean, I know, like, just think of it even this way. Let's say, for example, you're a print family and you are like, I only want print. I don't even want all the digital. Okay, well, think of the things that you could utilize from this. Number one, Skill Builders is only available in digital. Skill Builders alone is worth more than the value of this. So you're locking in more than the discount of our back to school sale, and you are getting access to all of those Skill Builders so that you can reinforce and fill gaps with your kids, even while you're waiting for math things to release. Not to mention some of our other things, like whether you want to seat work, or maybe you want to cast the teacher's guide to the TV, and you would have options of all of those things. So you're still going to be saving, even if you decided that you only ever wanted to order print. You're still getting value out of this. It's not like you're paying this to get a discount. You're still going to more than get your value out of it.
Like the MP3s to add on if you just want to. Now MP3s are not available for all but there's some of the ones that you have. So you can shop and choose, and I think it's good value.
Yeah. Yep. And we've got more. I mean, I think entrepreneurship, I believe, is already done. We just are in the editing phase of that. So there's definitely more MP3s we have available. I don't even remember where we're at with those, but I'm pretty sure chemistry may be done. So we definitely have more MP3s to be able to release. And so, not to mention all the new and exciting things that we want to do. There's so many. Hard to keep up, honestly, with what I feel like the Lord is just constantly dropping ideas. I'm like, we need more people, a lot more people. So yeah. Yes, we are doing limited time offer and limited quantities available, and we're not necessarily saying yet what those numbers are going to be, but we will post that. So you would be able to just watch the product, and we would post on there if there was only some going to be available. But basically, you're going to want to make sure that if you want this, you hit that notify me button on the product. It's not on the page, it's on the product, and that you get in on it earlier if you can, so that you're sure to get it. All right. So I think that was the main thing that we wanted to talk about. We wanted to tell you guys in person. It has been just on our hearts. And yeah, we just are excited about where God is moving.
He's moving fast. He's always moving. And we prayed about this, and we know that he has so many things on the go and so many projects. And this is his company. And we thought, wow, let's just do this. And because we have projects in mind, and we thought like this is the way of getting those projects off the ground, and maybe we will share that more in detail for the weeks. We are becoming. We've had such great customers over the last 4 years, 5 years, and this is a way of you know some customers they're just super customers, and so these are really, this is for them, for the ones that have invested and trusted us, and now you can have access to everything, digitally, and also have a break on the print. And this is really why the name Legacy we are building things together, and homeschooling is the future for our children, and for our children's children. Homeschooling is the future, and it's becoming more and more apparent. Just look at the news, look at everything, and we believe that this is a part. I get it. There's people have, if they've already purchased things. I know it is a commitment. I know for some people this is a big number. $1,500 is a lot of money, and we recognize that. But there's a lot of value here too as well. So, but we recognize this isn't chump change, which is why the timing I thought was great, because it's before Christmas. It's before things get wild with. Is it before Black?
Yeah, before Black Friday.
So,
and we're not going to do something for Black Friday. So for
No.
all of you that are like, well, I don't want to miss,
go spend your money with some. I understand this is, we just purchased stuff, after school. I know this is an awkward time, but that's why we're throwing it out there and see who wants to become a part of Gather Round in this special way. And it is limited, obviously, and but there are reasons why, and you would probably know, and we'll share some of the projects that we have in mind, and we hope that you guys can become a part of it, and if not, that's fine too. So, but we are so thankful for what has happened. We are so blessed what has happened. I know with the new, we have new buildings and new machines, and it is because we want to forward his desire to bless families and children with his word, and so let this be an encouragement. And if those who are not interested, hey, bless you for watching, and still investing in other ways, and thank you.
Yes, agreed. Well, we would love your help getting the word out about this. As we've got a limited time to get the word out, and so we would love your help, posting even in our own groups. Sometimes I feel like when I post in my group, it just gets buried. It moves so fast. And so whether it's telling other people who use Gather Round, it is, yes, I did see a comment. It is not for co-ops. It's not to be used for resales, not to be used in groups. This is for individual families. And within your immediate family. The terms and conditions are available on our site. The details are on our site. We've tried to be as transparent as possible so that there's as few questions as possible. If you do have continued questions about this, feel free to email to support@gatherroundhomeschool.com, and we will continue to update our page with more of those questions and answers, and make sure that we are answering them as best we can. If you are in Canada, stay tuned. We may have some updates on the print side of things, but already the current valuation is available for you to start thinking and praying about. And otherwise, we bless you guys and your families, and we will be live again next week. All right. See you later.
See you next time.